And I believe that life sits in the small moments. Those moments of pause that allows you to take a step back, to take a breather, to let your heart out. And when such honest conversations happen over true, heartfelt connections, that's when we get the magic of sharing. And that is exactly what we're here for. Some great food, lovely adda, perfect drink. Welcome to Black and White Non-Alcoholic Carbonated Beverages presents Table for Everyone. This table has its own rhythm now. I'm your host, Parambrata Chattopadhyay, and I'm joined by the culinary geniuses, Chef Shaun, Kenworthy and Rituparna. And we are ready to welcome our guests. Let's welcome them. Different worlds, different stories, different experiences, but all connected through the spirit of soulful connections and, of course, through the spirit of Kolkata. Well, ladies and gentlemen, as we had promised, you can see we have a stellar lineup of guests. For now, we shall head to the table. Table for everyone.
So what plans do you have today?
I'm making a lovely, refreshing lavender coconut fresca.
Shall we?
Absolutely, let's start.
A big thank you to Black and White Non-Alcoholic Carbonated Beverages for Table for Everyone, where the magic of sharing never really stops. See, when you do a little show like this, when you're supposed to have a little chat amongst friends and amongst people like yours, you are always given a little time frame within which you have to finish. But I don't know how to keep things within that limit, because with people like you at the table, I just feel like going on and on and on. But before everything, I think, as Bengalis, which you might have figured out by now, we cannot do without eating. Can we please have Shaun Kenworthy?
Jamai of Kolkata.
Can I be putting in pride? As I said, we have another white person today on the show. You're the OG, she's the guest.
Yes.
Yeah, right.
And people shouldn't forget that. So we're going to start off with some, I'm going to call it mock chicken feet. So there's nothing chicken feet about it. No, so we have some lovely enoki mushrooms, which are grown in Bengal. So again, everything you're going to eat today is Calcutta Bengal stories. We have some kacha aioli, which is just a fancy French name for...
Just a minute, this white thing is the kacha you mean?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Kacha aioli. The second course will be some lovely Kalimpong trout.
Wow, fish.
Yeah, which I managed to bring down. Two nice farms in Kalimpong.
Okay.
I thought
So
you'll
it's
get me
farmed.
some Kalimpong momos.
Here's the Momo man talking about momos already. Yeah, right.
So some roasted plantain, and I put a little bit of nori sheet on top of it, so it looks like fish skin, so it looks a bit interesting, a bit cute. With some ivy gourd, tinda, tinli, what do you call it in Bengal?
Kundri.
Kundri. Oh, there you go.
He
See?
gets it.
Hey, good one. Right. Not bad, man.
I thought I'd throw out that prompt there, see which of you Bengalis would know. And,
Well done, Shaun. Yeah, thank you for that. Yeah.
and then we're going to end with a little dessert, which is a little chenna cheesecake with nolan gur and some roasted peaches on the side.
But you've just added that Basque style.
Yes,
like-
pasta. It's a little bit burnt.
But we can't wait to dig in, and thank
But
you very much,
please,
Shaun. Yes.
enjoy.
Thank
All
you.
right.
Thank you so much, Chef.
I believe in is that food has a different language. Every bite tells a different flavor. And that's where real conversations begin. And that's when we indulge in the real magic of food.
There's one amongst us here who's often asked, are you taller than Amitabh Bachchan? Why? Because Amitabh Bachchan is the yardstick. মানে মাপকাঠি যাকে বাংলায় বলে লম্বা হওয়ার মাপকাঠি. But this gentleman is 6'9", you are?
6'9", yeah.
Wow.
So, Mr. Raghav Sehgal, he is... I was just asking him off the screen that did you decide to play basketball because you're tall, or is it the other way around? You got tall while playing basketball. I mean, how did it happen? I mean, I'm not talking about the height, I'm talking about the basketball.
Basketball. So honestly, I have family in the US, but like all kids growing up in Calcutta, you either play football or cricket.
Yeah.
And I started my journey playing cricket.
Right.
And my school basketball in charge saw me playing cricket on the field, and he saw this slightly tall guy.
Yeah.
And he said, why don't you come and play basketball? And I said, no, I've seen it in the US. I don't like basketball much, And he said, just come for practice and see how it goes. And I really thank him to this day, because once I got on the court, I realized how much I love the sport. And the rest was history. I just fell in love with it. And I was fortunate enough to get a scholarship for basketball as well as academics.
Right.
Wow.
And I landed up in New Jersey.
Ah, lovely.
And ironically, New Jersey being known as a place for a lot of Indians.
Desis.
Desis.
It's a Desi heartland.
But I was the only Indian student there. Oh. Wow. Only Indian student in my college.
I have to come back to you with something else, and which is very close to my heart. I'll do that in a bit, actually.
Sure. Sounds good.
Mudar, what is this Patherya thing? Patherya.
No idea. I'm trying to figure out.
You still trying to figure out, Mudar?
Yeah, 8 or 10 people in the world have this surname, and I can't put that. I thought it may be something to do with quarries and stone. And,
stones.
but
Patthar.
boss, I have failed. I have failed.
And I have known Mudars for the last about 7,
And
8
it's
years.
it's not just one surname. You're talking about the surname. Even my name, nobody can figure out.
Mudar, but what does it mean?
It means rare, and I think it's from Arabic.
Makes sense.
It's Arabic, yeah. So it's so unusual. I can name in this city there is possibly nobody with my name. So if you take both together, that makes it very unique. And it's a damn good thing to have. Rather than have a name like John Smith or Sanjay Jain, rather than have Sanjay Jain, it's better to have
Mudar Patherya, yeah. But the city, the country, we all know you now. I mean, I've known you for a while now, but we know you now as the person who has lit up Victoria Memorial and has lit up Princep Ghat and whatnot. Like, he's the light man of the city, and which is a fantastic initiative, no doubt about it. But tell me, which are the monuments that you've already illuminated? And
So, it's a very coincidental thing. Last evening, I reached my figure of 100.
100.
Exactly 105 weeks. I've calculated 105 weeks, 100.
Started with?
Maniktala market on Vivekanand Road.
So, Victoria te amra ekhon je alota dekhi, Princep Ghat je alogulo dekhi, সেটা সব তোমার করা তো এখন?
No, okay, to correction, I have now started getting credit for things I have not done. So I'm very happy to say that. Yeah. But Victoria Memorial, I've done the Angel of Victory on top. The whole facade was illuminated. The Angel of Victory, which is
Angel, ওপরেরটা তো।
20 feet in height.
Yeah.
And I think 3,000 kilos.
Right.
It wasn't
মানে
illuminated.
পরিটা, basically.
Puri, Angel of
Puri.
Victory, yeah.
We can see
It wasn't illuminated.
Yeah.
What we actually did was, all the lights in the Victoria Memorial premises are switched off at 11 o'clock.
Right.
Yeah.
We went and told them that this is wrong. You may switch everything off, but the illuminated angel must stay on throughout the night. So we deactivated our line from the general line, created a parallel line. So today at 3 a.m. in the morning, the
it's
angel
your
is.
idea.
Wow.
So the angel is illuminated even at 4 a.m.
In fact,
the
a lot
morning.
of people stay there at night now to
Yeah,
take
just to take
photos, and
pictures.
it's
Yeah.
become a spot to just.
So I think somewhere, it sounds immodest, but we've activated a night tourism circuit in the city. It never existed. Otherwise, evenings meant pub or restaurant or club.
Right.
I think now we are seeing street.
Art is not separate from life. It's woven through everything. How we gather, what we value, and where we meet. And when art brings us together, it gives us the chance to be more human, and that's where the magic of sharing happens.
Madeleine, this is a chaotic, bustling city full of half crazy or full crazy people. What are you doing here? You're from California, you're from Seattle.
Yes, I
It's
am
like
from
really
Seattle.
tucked in the westernmost corner of the United States of America, and then you spend some time in LA, I believe.
Yep, west coast to West Bengal.
And now you live in Baliganj Fari. What is wrong with you? What happened to you? What bit you?
I always now like to say, I
Right.
have discovered in my 6 years here in Calcutta that the thing that Los Angeles and West Bengal have in common, or Calcutta have in common, is that in either place, the people that you are residing alongside are fully convinced that they are living at the center of the world.
Oh, yes!
Yes.
Completely.
Very true.
You've hit
So
absolutely
this
bang
is the
on.
commonality.
Right. It's explain triarts to us a little bit. I mean, what made you come up?
Sure.
Yeah. Is
so
it pronounced triart or triart?
Tri-art
Tri-art,
culture,
right, yeah, right.
Tri as in triangle, which
Yeah,
is the shape
right,
of our building.
right.
So Kolkata Shaun is what brought me to Calcutta. Tri-art and culture is what keeps me here. We're a nonprofit, multidisciplinary exhibition and event space that is
Right.
completely free and open to the public. We present exhibitions on a quarterly basis across, again, several disciplines and formats. And we exist because we believe that the arts are enriching and transforming, and that the more that we connect with arts, the more that we can connect deeply with ourselves and with one another. So it's a space of communion, connection, and hopefully community health building.
Exemplary work. Congratulations.
I'm grateful to do it. I'm grateful to do it in Calcutta. It's
Yeah.
especially meaningful in this city.
And thank you, Madeleine.
You are indeed in the center of the world and center of the table.
Right, yeah. No, but thank you so much. And I'm going to come back to you in order to talk a little bit more about, what keeps you ticking in this city and what you like most about the city. We're going to come back to that again. Srabanti?
বল।
ডাক নামটা বলবো?
বলতেই পারো মোটামুটি সবাই
আচ্ছা,
জানে
এটা কি ঘিন্টু না
গিন্টু
হ্যাঁ? Gintu, right?
Gintu.
Like Gintu.
Yes.
Srabanti is one actress who started so young, it wasn't funny. Like, she started when she was about 14, 14 বছর?
না
আরো ছোট?
8 years
What?
Yes.
Yeah.
I was a
Child labor.
Yeah.
Child
Child labor. I was an artist.
এখন আজকের যে যারা অডিয়েন্স, যারা সিনেমা দেখে, সিরিজ দেখে, তারা কিভাবে রিলেট করে ধর তোর সঙ্গে বলে তোর মনে হয়?
আমার মনে হয় আমার এখন রিয়েলিস্টিক বেশি কন্টেন্ট ড্রিভেন হচ্ছে। আগে যেমন আমরা স্টারডামটা দেখেছি, সেটা কিন্তু এখন
দেখেছি তোকে রাত বেলা, খুঁজেছি তোকে রাত বেলা,
বাট লার্জার দ্যান লাইফ।
চলে নিয়ে এলো স্বপ্নে।
তখন এত চ্যানেলস ছিল না, এত ফোনে ইউটিউব চ্যানেল ছিল না, কিছু না, যা একটা টিভি চ্যানেল ছিল আমাদের অবশ্যই SVF সঙ্গীত বাংলা, সেখানেই দেখা হতো। সো আমাদেরকে পাওয়াটা খুব, সোশ্যাল মিডিয়া ছিল না। সো এখন আমরা সেইভাবেই নিজেদের আমাদের লাইফ জানতে পারছি। সো ওভারঅল
বাট তুই তো ধর এই যে তুই খুব সুন্দর একটা পয়েন্ট তুললি। The journey from that kind of stardom to a more accessible kind of a stardom these days. মানে এখন অনেক ইনফ্লুয়েন্সাররা আরো বড় স্টার, honestly বলছি, they have millions of followers. They make more money than we can even dream of. So সেইটা, এই ট্রানজিশনটা তুই কিভাবে দেখিস, বা তোর কি ওই যে সময়টা ছিল, হ্যাঁ সেইটাকে you miss that time,
I really
that kind of লোকে মানে ওই যে ছুঁতে পারছে না, ছুঁতে চাইছে, তার যে স্টারডমটা।
মানে এখনো আমরা যখন সোকল মাচা শো করি, সেখানে সেই যে মানুষের পাগলপন্থী, সেই ভালোবাসা, এটা কিন্তু মানে এখনকার জেনারেশনে যারা আসছে তারা কিন্তু সবাই খুব একটা, আমরা যেটা দেখতে পাচ্ছে না, আমরা যেটা দেখি এভরি, মানে এই যে মফস্বল এলাকা বলো বা একটু ইন্টেরিয়ারে, দে আর এভরিথিং ফর আস। উইদাউট দেম উই কান্ট ডু এনিথিং।
Correct. Sneha, your mom being in the line that she is, I mean, she's a very, very renowned fashion designer.
Right.
And you could have easily walked that path, but what made you kind of pick up the culinary arts? Let's put it this way.
Honestly, it was my mom, because I think she always had a dream of sort of opening a restaurant and things. So seeing her, I knew at the age of 6 that I was going to become a chef. And
At the age of 6?
Yeah.
Sneha Singhi,
Superb.
at the age of 6?
Chef Sneha Singhi. I used to run around telling everyone I'm going to become a chef, and the only thing that time I knew how to make was jhalmuri. Like literally. But so I mean, when I grew up and went and actually sort of told my dad that I want to do this, it was a plain blank no. Persevered.
खाना बनाएगी?
Yeah. And वो भी किसी और के लिए. Yeah, and then I just sort of ran away to Paris and did my thing, and became a chef.
So you came back and you started Paris Cafe, right?
Yeah.
You know, Sneha and me started almost around the same time, like a couple of years here and there. And I remember visiting her first
met at the
tiny
cafe.
in
my
Baliganj.
God.
I think it was the first week of opening, and I visited her, and with
No,
so much
you guys used to come very often.
Yeah, very
at
often.
that
But the first time when I
Yeah.
went, it was the first week of opening, and I see this pretty girl who's trying to tell me which macaroon to have and which macaroon not to have. And I remember that time we connected over pets, and she said she has pets called Gucci and Prada.
Yeah,
My God, two us.
I remember Gucci and Prada as well, because I remember your mom telling me.
Yes.
And I'm like, this is one young girl who is doing cool stuff in Calcutta, and she has a pets called Gucci and Prada.
Gucci and Prada.
And I think, to be very honest, and I'll be very honest here, I think it was because of a passion that I was like, seeing another young person from Calcutta coming and being so passionate about food. To be very honest, when she took a call to shut down Paris Cafe, I was like, come on, man. I thought this girl is going to open hundreds of them.
So now you work freelance and you're chef consultant, right?
Yeah, I'm a chef consultant to restaurants, cafes.
Like a chef, you like advise
chefs.
So
I help people open kitchens, restaurants, cafes, do pop-ups, all of that. All
Just keep a note of something that I would like to come back and ask you in another segment. Is that how do more senior, elder people react to you going and giving them advice?
Sure.
I want to know about this,
Sure,
but I'm going to first come to Sagar. When investors say no to you, and if you're in Bombay, you go to Bandstand.
Absolutely. Like you say about rejection, so there have been days when I've been really sad, upset, depressed, and I felt like giving up. And that's when the bandstand helped, right? Sitting in the bandstand, like Sagar
सागर के
सागर किनारे।
सागर यार
सागर किनारे सागर बैठा
But
है.
where do you go in Kolkata?
In Calcutta?
Yeah.
Oh, I love my night out dhabas in Calcutta. You know, like
There
my
we
doodh
go.
cola in Bhawanipur.
Yeah,
or my
Bhawanipur.
chai
So whenever
outside.
you're depressed in Calcutta, I hope you never are. Come to the Sarovar and sit there.
You know, I feel I'm blessed कि आपके सपने इतने बड़े होने चाहिए कि आपको सोने ना दें.
Now, how many outlets do you have? all
So
over
now
the
we
country?
have 827 as
Holy
of yesterday.
Sorry. 827.
He's
Yes,
democratized.
democratized
Momo.
Momo. Yes.
It's like you know, I mean, momo has now become the next fun food in India.
Yeah.
Like, you know, it's
Oh,
it's on the go snack.
Yeah.
And it's huge. It's humongous. Like we sell about 1.5 million momos a day, like pieces. You know what I've learned is how things happen when you do things with simple things with style, with a lot of passion, a lot of love, a lot of affection. You know, food is something that goes by the word of mouth. And you know, when you put your love, energy, emotion to it, it creates that magic.
Okay, lot of food talk, and we are in for some more food and some more drinks as well. And for that, we will need our very dear friend Rituparna one more time. What all we can have for drinks?
Very simple. Let's figure out how we are feeling today and give us 2 ingredients and let me make something for you. So, in the first circle, we have some of the moods and then let's choose 2 ingredients from both the circle and let me see what I can make you.
So, Srabanti, mood, curious, naughty, dreamy. Naughty. Naughty, right? So,
Yeah.
Okay, naughty. Mudar?
Naughty. I mean,
Naughty, hai na? I'm inspired.
I'll go for dreamy.
Man who dreams of lots of money.
I'm also feeling dreamy. And let's mix in a bit of passion fruit.
That actually goes really well.
Wonderful combinations.
It is a comforting drink for me, so I'm gonna go comforting.
I do playful
Coconut water.
We'll stick with lavender.
तारपरे cucumber.
and I'll do yuzu and lychee.
What is that famous
Rish nahi
stuff?
to ish nahi.
हाँ, rish nahi to ish nahi. Yeah.
I don't know
Wonderful.
what's going to be, but then
Yeah.
I'll leave it to you
We'll-
too. We'll see.
We'll figure out.
Quick little thing for you guys. So this is something that we call cards for sharing. I'm going to pick up these cards. Each of them are going to have like one random question, and I'm going to randomly ask one of you, yeah? Okay, let me see the first question. So the question is, a rumor you wish were true. You know, when it comes to rumors, I cannot help going to Srabanti because, you know, film actors, rumors, we know it all, right? একটা গুজব তোর সামনে শুনেছিস যেটা মনে হচ্ছে আরে সত্যি হলে
না
ভালো।
আমার কোনো গুজব
একটা বাজে কথা বলিস না।
না না এমন হ্যাঁ একটা আমি মনে আছে আমি বিগ ফ্যান অফ শাহিদ কাপুর
হ্যাঁ।
So, আমি যেহেতু আমার মনে হয় আমার পুরো ভালোবাসার মানুষজন সবাই জানে এটা শুনেছিলাম যে I'm doing a film with Shahid Kapoor.
এটা দিয়ে you really wish this was
Of
true.
course, একদম মানে এটা নিয়ে কোনো
এটা
দ্বিধা
খুবই
নয়।
Srabanti, going by your
Yeah, your naughty thing that you just chose.
yeah,
this is
I mean,
not
this is
naughty
like
at
a
all.
very kind of a I don't know,
Yeah.
naive, kind of a very innocent, like a
Yeah.
very mellow, like little thing. But anyway, क्या अभी की করবো আর?
কি রুমার চায় লাইফে এগুলো
না চাইলেও তো হয়।
হয় হয় সেটা হয়
A lesson that you learn from someone much younger to you. And আমাদের মধ্যে সবথেকে যে সিনিয়র বললে রেগে যেতে পারে, but I think I'm going to ask Mudar this question. Yeah. A lesson that you learn from somebody much younger.
So I'll refer to my illumination. My lighting designers taught me how to embroider with light.
Wow.
আমরা প্লেস করতে পারি সবাই প্লেস করে কিন্তু কি করি বিল্ডিং আর্কিটেকচার if it is actually nuanced you need to not blast lights halogen to anyone can do
Right.
but ওটা এমব্রয়ডার কি করে করতে হয় so they taught me embroidery with light
Embroidery with lights.
Embroidery
Fantastic.
with
That's a lovely answer. Very lovely answer. Beautiful, actually. Okay. Yeah. This is for me, actually. If you would have had any superpower, what would that be? And my answer would be like being able to read other people's minds. But then, Sneha, what would yours be?
Talk to animals.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Like to Prada and Gucci.
Saint Francis of Assisi
Yeah.
And understand what they're saying.
Yeah, I would love to talk to animals.
Yeah, that's a superpower.
Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah.
Not like flying from one building
No,
to
I
the
don't
other.
care about any
You don't
of
care
that.
about any of that.
I want to talk to them and like if I can save them in any way, help them. Yeah, that was something I would want to do for sure.
Sneha and me are also planning to, you know, build a pet hospital in Calcutta. Much
Beautiful.
needed.
That's much needed. Like a 24/7.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
proper,
what we're
not a clinic,
planning
a
to do.
hospital.
A hospital,
Where, you know,
like a
you can
proper
even get a kidney
Transplants
done.
can also
You have
take
the best
place.
of machinery.
If
and
you
for
need funding, you let me know.
100%.
Yeah, for sure.
Do need
Any
it.
kind of funding, Mudar now. Yeah.
But there are very dedicated funders only for pets.
Yeah, we would.
There is a
100%.
community. We haven't reached out to them.
यार फिल्मों के लिए कोई funding नहीं देता यार.
You know, there's this,
ऐसा मत बोलो.
Like a really silly argument that you have actually won and you felt great winning it, but then you later realized that बहुत petty था ये. मतलब it was pettiest argument actually. Sagar?
So this was with my 7-year-old niece. You know, it was on brushing the teeth. So she was like, Chachu, it's good manners to brush teeth at night. And I was just trying to prank her and say that, you know, brushing teeth at night is bad manners. She's like, no, after eating you're supposed to brush. I was like, okay, so what do? You eat, you brush and you sleep. What do you do in the morning? She said, I brush again. I said, but you haven't eaten. And she's like, oh yeah, there's logic. So now she goes and tells her mom that, you know, I'm not brushing in the morning because I haven't eaten.
So until I've eaten, I'm not going to brush.
Absolutely,
actually.
absolutely. So I've spoiled her, you know. I'm like, Sundays are meant to give your tooth also rest, your teeth also rest. So don't brush. And so she's like, Chachu says Sunday is not meant for brushing.
It's a bit of a yucky argument to win.
Yeah,
But
you know,
anyway, you won.
It's these innocent fun and conversation that you have with your nephews and nieces.
Of course.
Which actually makes my, you know, it makes me, with all the stress at work, I think getting back to the kids and getting back to the pets, I think it just
Yeah,
eases me out.
I totally agree with you on this. We often say that, you know, I'm unapologetically so. But a thing that you will never apologize for, Madeleine.
I'm gonna have to say, I'll never apologize for my pace.
Right,
My
like your
pace.
speed, your pace.
Yeah. Whether I'm moving quickly through something or whether I need to really like take my time and feel my way through it. And I think that that's one of the things that Calcutta and I have in common.
Absolutely.
We'll never apologize for our pace.
Well, you know that you're the one left, so an instinct of yours that you trust without question. Like,
I think,
don't think twice about it.
yeah, I mean, often, you know, people say go with your gut. I feel I've got a good gut feeling and I stick to it. You got to read people in what I do. It's always about reading people. So something that I do often when I meet people, especially for, say, a job, right? People apply for a job. I end up reading the resume and I ask them questions to know how honest it is. So honesty is my gut feeling. Like if someone's honest, then that is a good start to a good working relationship.
So you feel that you have an instinct for recognizing honesty.
Yeah, like a bullshit meter.
Yeah.
You know, I have that.
Yeah.
I can tell when people
Like a
are
bullshit
bullshitting.
meter. Oh, right.
Yeah,
Interesting.
like when people,
BS meter. Yeah,
absolutely.
Yeah.
And another fun thing that ends up happening is a strict no-no where I trust my gut is if someone starts bad-mouthing their previous employment and gives gossip.
Right.
So that in itself, I trust my gut, like no.
Right.
The 4 times he uses the word gut.
Yeah.
For a guy who's into gut feeling, talks about gut feeling. Amazing.
You're right about that.
And of course, a lot more conversations. But before that, we're going to move on to the next course. Because we all are hungry. Broadway. I mean, what got you interested in taking over Broadway? মানে তুমি এখন Broadway মালিক, right? And you have curated the place 1937 সালের একটা establishment, Central Kolkata, অনেক পুরনো একটা restaurant, vintage. But last 4-5 years, it has become very cool. So what made you decide to do this?
I'm the 3rd generation in hospitality. I always wanted to do this because I love looking after people. And I knew that I'll play basketball, and once I'm done playing, I will take over hospitality and try to work with it. In fact, my grandfather has a slight connection with the hotel, so we have a bar across the road, which was our first outlet 50 years ago. And he had a garage that he used to work in. So Broadway Hotel in the 70s and 80s in all its grandeur with, you know, celebrities staying there and sitting in the bar.
Tendulkar included?
Yes, Tendulkar stayed there, Dhoni stayed there.
One table reserved for
Lala
Manna.
Manna. Yes, absolutely.
Amazing.
So yeah, so my grandfather worked in the garage and, you know, he didn't have a washroom. So he'd go into the Broadway Hotel to use the washroom and he felt a little shy and out of place because how could he kind of go
walk
there
into it
and use it. So when the opportunity presented itself, we were actually making a hotel in Sector 5 and we let go of that and actually bought this. In fact, the first time the phone rang, the previous owners couldn't believe that, you know, we had the means to even buy the property and they just hung up. In fact, the idea that people call it cool today, we're very fortunate that the young generation has taken this place as their own and have made so many memories here themselves. So that was kind of the idea, to be culturally connected to Calcutta today. And we're privileged that we have a legacy, but we had to connect to people today. In fact, when we bought the hotel, there was no air conditioning, there was no Wi-Fi, there was no hot water geysers, no Chinese food, etc., etc. In fact, the walls were all surkhi chuna. And we are what you call in the startup world today bootstrapped. So there's no investment, no partners. So it's been a logically thought out plan, and hence the first phase got us to paint the place and get in the food and do all of that. Whether it's your first drink with your father, it's graduation at college, it's a reunion, marriage proposals, no matter what. So everyone from different walks of life coming in there to have an experience, not judging each other. Isn't that what Calcutta is about?
Absolutely.
There was a time when we were fortunate enough to start getting this wave of waiting, which and my staff couldn't handle it. So I would end up standing outside and politely trying to get
proudly so.
But people assumed I was the bouncer, and I didn't say anything. I didn't say anything. I'm like, whatever you want me to be.
Yeah, doesn't matter as long as you keep trickling in. That's it. Yeah,
absolutely.
What's your food obsession from the city? And now that we're eating and we're talking about Broadway, you've been here for a while now.
Broadway is one of them.
Yeah, really?
Oh my
Okay.
gosh, the kali mirch tikka kebab, fish kali mirch
Right, yeah,
at Broadway is amazing. If
Say
you
it
had
again.
Fish kali mirch tikka.
It's outstanding. Yeah,
very,
even I've
very
had that.
nice.
It's very good.
Raghav doesn't invite us,
Come,
You need an invite
Sunday jazz.
anytime.
Madeline is doing it on behalf of
the bouncer at Broadway forbids us from coming.
What about you, Sagar? Being like a food person, a lot of food people here on the table, but like, what are their food obsessions which connects to the city?
I always believe that Calcutta is like the food capital of the country, and I love the street
Yeah,
food here.
100%.
I
It is true.
completely believe
It's
that.
100% true.
I think the taste of food and
Why?
and I think people understand affordability, value for money. I mean, I love the Kolkata biryani. I love our jhan
And the
puri.
taste, yeah.
The taste, the puchka. I mean, they call it golgappe outside, but here the puchka with the aloo, it's
I
mind-boggling.
mean, we are home of Gondaraj.
Yes, absolutely.
We're having it as we speak. Yeah,
Absolutely, and the Bengali sweets. I mean, last night I was gulping onto Nolan Gurer
Sandesh.
whiskey from Balaram Malik, the Sandesh, and I think
We have a sweet tooth.
very sweet.
Yeah.
Very
Have
sweet
to
person.
have one.
Of course, you can see that. Yeah.
Name is Sagar. Sagar is salty, but I'm a very sweet person.
Nice,
But even
nicely
Calcutta
put.
Chinese, is there anything better than that? I mean,
Dude, that's my nostalgia.
Yeah,
That's my
100%.
comfort food, Calcutta Chinese.
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
Absolutely.
The
totally.
Tangra Chinese, I mean, amazing.
What about you, Sneha? You being a vegetarian? I mean,
Yeah,
how
but-
do you get along? Like, how do you get by? I mean, is there a problem?
Very well. No, not at all.
Not at all, right?
In a place like Calcutta, there's no chance.
Yeah.
I mean, you get
There's enough
veg food
options.
everywhere.
Right.
Fuchka is my obsession. Also, every Durga Puja, my mom and I, we feed free puchkas to people. So last time, we did.
That's interesting initiative.
We did
You never invite us, yeah?
for everyone's invited.
You're asking for
It's open
invitation
for
from everyone. Yeah, no,
this
Mudar,
is
you
all
just asked
free
him,
for
now you're asking
all.
her.
No, but this is free for all. Everyone comes. This time we did 35,000. Everything made at home. And last year also we did around 30,000. So every year we try and
Content creator, consultant, and fuchka wala.
And fuchka wala.
Ali.
So fuchka is you with the fuchka
Yeah,
person.
yeah.
What is your sort of go-to food?
Thatte idli at Kari Patta.
Okay.
Yeah.
Galoti, mutton galoti at 1590. And the last is the most ordinary, but it gives me a lot of pleasure, is having a chicken sandwich ungrilled at the Trolley Club and seeing people play golf.
Right. But it has to be a combination of all these factors,
Yes.
like the golf being played, trolley club.
Without that, there's no context.
The context has to be set. Mahal, yeah.
But the club
Club
food
culture is
the
just
club
the
food
best.
culture in Kolkata is amazing.
Not about the chicken, how he's cooked it. It's so many different things. It's the mahal, the bearer,
Right.
it's the golf, the swing, the
Yeah.
tuck of the, the
Yeah, yeah.
divot coming out,
Yeah.
and the grass and somebody spraying water. It's all that's gone into the chicken
How
sandwich.
nicely put,
Yeah,
Mudar.
yeah, sir.
Who would say that you're not a foodie? I mean, like, really, you put food into context. Thank you for
But
that.
club sandwich, club mein hi acha lagta hai. If you go to a 5-star and have a club sandwich, you won't get
It's
that
also
feel.
called a club sandwich,
But a
yeah?
club sandwich, yeah.
Srabanti? কি?
আমার কমফোর্ট ফুড যদি বলো মানে সারাদিন শুটিং করার পর সত্যি কথা বলতে গেলে যখন সময় পাই ডাল ভাত
ডাল ভাত,
আলু সেদ্ধ
আলু সেদ্ধ।
আর ভাতটা হবে ফেনা ভাত
খানা ভাত, মাছ ভাজা?
মাছ ভাজা না
না হলেও
হলেও
চলবে।
চলবে চাই না
হ্যাঁ।
আলু সেদ্ধ যেটা একটু হালকা মাস্টার্ড অয়েল মানে
হ্যাঁ,
সরষের
একটু
তেল
সরষের
দিয়ে
তেল, হ্যাঁ।
কাঁচা লঙ্কা দিয়ে একটু সল্ট দিয়ে মেখে আর তার সাথে দেশি ঘি আর কিছু চাই না
Acha. But that's it.
favorite heaven
And the Kolkata Kati rolls.
Yeah.
কাঠি rolls
You can't take that away from us. It's amazing.
But it's time for some drinks actually. Rituparna had taken some lovely ideas and we are looking forward to what she makes out of them.
my naughty drink
It's nice.
Yeah.
Cheers! I love it.
But too good.
wow
How many
Naughty
have heard
enough.
Usha also be my
Mine is very nice.
fantastic একটু হালকা ট্যাঙ্গি
What is that nice? Yeah, it's good.
really good
Yeah, okay, lovely.
I hope the conversation continues. We'll
Thank
see
you very much,
guys.
Rituparna, and we are indebted to you forever for kind of helping us with such lovely drinks.
Thank
What
you
you
so
do is
much.
just simply brilliant, and we can't.
I think we
thank
need
you
to raise a toast for her.
Yeah.
Yes,
absolutely to
absolutely.
Rituparna.
Rituparna.
Thank you.
cheers
To Rituparna.
And
Thank you.
see you on the other side.
Yes,
on the
thank
other
you very much.
side.
Today at the table we have a lot of people, some of whom have always stayed in the city, some of whom have come back like you, and some of whom are not even from this city like Madeleine yourself. You've come to this city, made this home at least for now, and have started something which is rather experimental. So what I want to know, what makes this city tick for you?
I think this is such a good question because one of the things that I was surprised by when I first shifted here was the city's relationship to nostalgia and this sentimentality for what came before and specifically like all of the stalwarts of the Bengal Renaissance, right? And for me, Calcutta's relationship with its past is certainly not something that we need to do away with.
No.
However, I do think that we have an opportunity and that the city is hungry for converting this nostalgia for the past into a past that is a promise. And I think that there is a lot of opportunity to really take what makes Calcutta, what makes West Bengal so special, and carry that into the future, right? All of the socio-humanistic principles that forged the way for West Bengal to be what it was when
Right,
this
right.
thought and aesthetic movement happened is still important and relevant today, and I think really alive in the city and in its inhabitants.
When Ojeta Bolche, it's so relevant, I think, because
Yeah.
see, what makes us who we are is our past. The thing is, instead of being stuck in that, let's celebrate that. But yeah, we're going onwards, like going forward to my next discussion. What about enterprise? What about
I think Kolkata is one of the best places to start a consumer business. So earlier Calcutta was known for, the big industry houses, the bangurs, the Goenkas, the cements, etc. It's never been known for its software industry and I think it's far away. But consumer and consumer internet, I think one of the best places to start a business here. And look at brands like Manyavar that have shaped up from here, GKB Opticals, Himalaya Opticals. Some good businesses coming out of here. I've just invested in this men's ethnic wear brand called Kissa, which is doing 100 crores of 100 crores of revenue.
I've actually done a little appearance
You've
for
done
them.
a launch for them.
Yeah, launch for them.
I was their first investor when they were doing 5 lakh of revenue, right? So today they're doing an 80 crore of revenue, right? So I feel there's huge potential for consumer businesses coming out of Calcutta. Also, I feel that other metro cities have lost their juice. I think Calcutta has a lot of it left in them. So I would say it's the future now. It's one of those metro cities which has a long, long way to go. And I think people of Calcutta, when they go out of Calcutta, and I'm being very honest here, they criticize the city that it's very slow, etc. But I don't think so. I mean, I have an option today of going to Bombay and having my head office, Delhi, but I think this is the most price effective. And people ask me, do you get talent here? Trust me, there's some amazing talent outside who want to come back to Calcutta.
Wow.
They have parents living here. So, getting talent has rather been easier for me because they want to come back to their old parents and they don't have good opportunities. So if we build opportunities here, I think Calcutta is going to be the future. And it's up to us to, be a brand ambassadors for Kolkata.
Very well and energetically put. Thank you. Really, you've put it very much in context. Sneha, do you agree?
Yeah, I do agree with that a lot. In fact, I personally feel like for myself, I don't think I would have done this well if I wasn't from any other city. I'll tell you why. Because the food standards here in Calcutta are so high.
Right.
It's unbelievable to match. Unbelievable.
Fantastic.
So today if you open Zomato and you see a 4.5 plus rating anywhere in Calcutta, the food is going to be fabulous. I personally feel like coming from a Marwadi household, we are not outright open about like, oh no, if I didn't like something, I'm not going to be like, no, I didn't like it. But I really appreciate Bengalis coming out and saying, this was crap. Do it again. Otherwise, we're not.
Eta bhalo hoyni.
Exactly.
Eta ekটু ভালো হয়
Exactly. When I used to open Zomato to read ratings, I used to feel shattered. But it honestly helped me so much to grow personally and grow my brand at that time.
How do you see the city evolving? And Mudar, I would like your perspective on this as well. Overall evolution ta kibhabe dekhcho tumi? Mane kibhabe dekhecho? How have you seen this happening?
See, it's definitely, while it appears to be slower than the rest of the other metros, I see the beginning of I won't say citizens-led movement, but it's the coming together of mavericks. And there are some as you mentioned a couple of maverick companies. There are mavericks. What is only drawback in the city, as I see, and which could be easily correctable, is that the mavericks are not sitting across a table like we are.
Yeah.
And sharing ideas and provoking each other and maybe even offering to fund each other.
Yeah.
I think that networking is at another level, but that needs to be done because এটা আমি অনেকবার শুনছি কি কলকাতাতে টাকার অভাব কলকাতাতে টাকার অভাব নেই I haven't seen money being the problem. I have seen dearth of initiative. But that if tables like these get mavericks and provocateurs together, what can we become?
Coming from a privileged background where we studied in a school where most people go out, I always tell my friends, and a lot of whom have come back now across different fields, where if the cream of the crop leaves, then who's going to build the city? So you got to come back. If you truly want change, be a beacon of it and try to take an initiative in your capacity and your expertise. Opened recently a bakery, coffee house and cocktail bar inside Broadway Hotel itself. And it's called 1937.
Okay.
So the tagline is from Calcutta with love. And we believe we do bring you those lost recipes that you don't get anymore today. But we also say go back. If you step into the past, you'll see the innovation that will take you into the future.
I've always noted this about Raghav, that he never bats only for Broadway. He also bats for the city.
Yeah,
and I think this batting
because
for
that
the
is,
city
I think this whole idea of batting is sort of intertwined with that.
absolutely.
It's not just a singular outlet that he's talking about.
No, not at all.
And it's very inspiring, everything that you guys are sharing. Because, I dabble a bit in Bollywood as well. I travel between the two cities. But like for someone like Srabanti, Mota Moti, you have always stayed here only.
in Bengali.
But we from the kind of line of work that we come, we sometimes feel that maybe, is it taking too long for this industry to expand? Maybe it's time to set foot, on the western shores, stuff like that. But Srabanti, তোর কখনো মনে হয়নি as such, মানে যে চলে যাই ছেড়ে?
আজ আমি এত বছর ধরে আমার মনে হয় I think 27 years I'm working. So 28 years. So I'm happy.
তুই আমার থেকে সিনিয়র কাজে।
হ্যাঁ, কাজের ব্যাপারে বয়সে তুমি আমার থেকে অনেকটা বড়। কিন্তু ইয়েস, তো আমার মনে হয় যে আমি অনেক কিছু পাচ্ছি এবং পাবো। So I love
No, but it's really truly inspiring. Thank you so much, everyone.
I add one very small thing
please do.
about the pace of the city that everyone talks
about. Yes.
He wonderfully put it, him being such a big company he has, he can set up his office anywhere. I spent a lot of time in New York, which is known as a very fast-paced city.
Yes.
I feel if you've experienced a work culture, if you've experienced a pace that you think you like, create it here. Like my organization, it is extremely fast-paced. We run, we gallop. The entire team is taught to gallop, and I created that ecosystem in my limited time.
Absolutely.
So build the pace you want. Don't make excuses about the city. The city will do what you want it to do.
On that, the clink and time for the dessert. We have the dessert in front of us, and Raghav was just mentioning that it's that time of the year when we wait for, actually we can't wait for the Nolyan good, the Notun good to sort of hit the market, and there might be some in it. And as we dig into the dessert, I would like to thank all of you for being here. All of you were very, very candid, and with the kind of work that all of you are doing, it's, as I said, it's very inspiring for people like us who have always been in the city, but we travel between cities, and who also dabble with a bit of working outside the city. It just wants to connect. For someone like me, it makes me want to connect with my city all the more. So really a heartfelt thanks to all of you. A big thank you to all our lovely guests. They fed us with stories, with unique ideas, and yet left us hungry for more. We will be back with more stories, more experiences. Till then, keep the conversations flowing. Because that is how we keep celebrating this crazy city of ours, which we all call home. Goodbye and good luck.